The first idea here, we have a student could be exempt from one or both English courses according to the following rules. So the first idea that we have a student, he will be exempt from English course if he already, he will pass English course EL 111 or EL 112 based on his IELTS score. So if his IELTS score is 5.5 or below 7, above 5.5 and below 7, he will be exempt for the course EL 111. If his score is 7 and more until 9, he will be exempt from the two courses, EL 111 and EL 112. So what is the idea here? We have to ask the user to enter his IELTS score, then we need to check the score. If it is between 5 and 5 or below 7, or it's above 7. Get the idea? Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
But
so
between 5.5 and below than 7, يعني it is and not or, right?
it is supposed to be and, yes. So we will start a new project. And we will choose Java application. And I will not change, or let me change it. I will call it e-course. Then I will create a new file inside this project. I will choose here Java main class and give it the name e-course. Okay, so now first we need to enter the score value. So we will define it as double, and I will call it score. Okay, and this is supposed to be read from the user. So what do I need here also? Scanner.
The scanner.
Yes. Because
and
you need
import the scanner class up library.
Import, yes. We need to import the scanner class inside this project. So a new scanner from system.in. And don't forget the semicolon. As a scanner, you can see here, when I type it inside the main program, don't forget that we always start writing inside the main method. This is when I go to file, new file, Java, the main class. So he created already the main function inside this file. In this way, as I will use the scanner, I need to import it in my program outside the class. So I will write import
Java
util Java dot
unit
dot
until
Java small or capital?
UTI
Small. So far, so clear? Everything, we already did it before.
yes.
So now we need to read the score from the user. We need to print him a message.
Yeah, should be at print.
Yeah, we need to print a message to the user to give him a hint that what we want from him to do. So the first things I will write system.out.println. I need to type inside the println. If I want
please
to type,
enter the score.
Please enter IELTS.
Double quotation, please enter the score.
So you need to type as a string double quotation. Okay. And this is 2 dots to make him aware that we are expecting some input from him. Now how I put the input inside the score variable? What should I write? How I save?
Should be write the score.
Very good. I will write the variable that will hold the value from the user.
Yeah.
Then
Input.next.
It's actually my variable as a scanner. So this input, then it's defined as double.
Next
Yes.
double, yeah.
Next DBL.
And if you are not sure about the spelling, you just click it from there. It will show up as a hint. Very good. So now any input from the user will be treated as double and stored inside the score variable. Very good. So now we need to check the value. If it is 5,
if condition we used.
Yes, so we need here the control statement. We need to check. So I write if you need the bracket. If my score was
bigger than 5.5 and less than 7,
equal 5.5. Very good.
and
Yes. And
double and هذه تجي كيف؟
Double and, yes, very good. So
أيوة.
If my score is greater than or 5.5 and what's the other part of the condition?
Score less than 7.
Less than 7. Very good. So should I put here semicolon or no?
No.
No, we won't put it before writing the statement that to be executed in case this condition was evaluated to true. So what if the score was greater than or equal 5.5 and less than 7? What I want the system to print to the user?
I forget what you do in the document.
So here
you passed EL 11A1.
If that condition is true, he will be exempt from this course only.
Yeah, he passed EL1.
Yes, this means he will not do this course. If his score was above 7 or equal to 7, this means he will be exempt from the 2 courses. So what we need to do here, we ask the user to enter the IELTS score. Now we need to display a message, indicate if he or she will be exempt from 1 course only or 2 courses, or none of them. So we have here 1 course or 2 course or none of them. This is what we need to print on the screen. So what should I write here?
He exempted the EL111.
So it's only a printing message.
Yeah, system.out to println.
So it's only printing a statement. If this condition is true, print on the screen system.out.println.
System should be capital.
Yes.
Capital S.
Capital S. Very good. Most of mistakes come from the spelling. You will be bit from EL111. This means he will be exempt from only 1 course. Very good. Should I put here semicolon?
Yeah.
Yes.
Very good. What should I write now?
Else.
Else, yes, because my condition will be either this one will be correct, either this one will be true, or this part will be true. So else, only else?
If
There's
yes. Another condition, it must be above the 7.
Yes,
so
very
score,
good.
Yes, score bigger than 7.
Greater than or equal 7. That's only the condition. Print on the screen this message.
You will expect 2 courses.
Very good. So this is a println. Who will be exempt from EL111 and EL112. What if the user entered the value not greater than 5.5 or above 7? So what should I write here?
So this one else.
Else. Here. Else. This will be
mentioned you. Yeah.
If not the condition was evaluated true here or here, this means the score is not valid. So system.out.println.
You are not exempt from any courses.
From any course. And don't forget the semicolon outside the sentence.
The system should be kept.
Sure.
Should we run it?
Yes, we can run it.
Very good. So let us run this program and see. No error. And
no, please enter.
Now we have the statement here, enter the IELTS score. So I will put the first time 5. And suppose which part of the condition to be?
The third one.
The last.
Yes.
So it's supposed to be not the first, not the second. It's supposed to be the else part. Here. 5 and enter. You are not exempt from any course. Very good. So let us try.
بس دكتورة في بالكود بكيرلي براسكت زيادة أو شيء لأنه معطينا ايرور فوق.
Here actually I press enter. I was here because I put else or deleted the last sentence.
Okay.
So now okay. I put it back.
Okay.
Enter IELTS score. Let us say 6. So which part of the condition is supposed to be true? The first or the second or the third?
It is between 5.5 and 7, so the first.
It is 6, so 6 will be here.
Yeah, the second.
0.5 and less than 7, so it's supposed to be only exempt for the first course.
The first year, right.
Any question regarding this one? So for this exercise, here, very useful indentation. You see here, so this F will be, this else will be connected with F above it. And this else will be connected on the F above it. So it's the nearest F above it على طول. Okay, so it will, the last else will be connected with the last F part. And we don't need here a curly bracket, but what if we put a curly bracket here? Will be correct or false?
We are fine, we can add it.
We can add the curly bracket or
yes.
we omit it. No error given because it's only one sentence. If you are confused, it's better to use a curly bracket. Otherwise, if you have to execute only one sentence, under each part of your condition, it's fine to omit the curly bracket. Very good.
دكتورة ممكن سؤال بس أنا usually I'm using the curly bracket سواء one statement or many statements عشان ما يجيني syntax error.
Yes, so it's better.
So it's better. Yeah.
Yes, it's better. It's make you clear about which part will be included inside each section, yeah, if your program.
Yes.
I recommend curly bracket. It's make your code better, less error. Even if you are, if you need to add extra sentence in the future, you will not care about is there the curly bracket or no, because it's already there.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
So let us do the second idea. The first idea was very easy. Here is the second idea. We need to write a class, read 3 inputs from the user. One operator, which will represent an operation, mathematical operation, and 2 numbers. So based on what the operation will be entered by the user, like he entered the mathematical, the multiply or divider or the sum operator or the subtract operator, and he will be entered 2 numbers. we will apply an operator based on يعني we will show results based on what is the operator entered by the user. So is it clear, this idea?
Yes.
So if the user, for example, entered the plus, we will add the two numbers. If he put divide, we will divide the two numbers. So we need him to enter three values, the operator and two numbers. Okay, so let me close this one. Save, file, new project, and I will call it math operator, math O. Then I'll create a new file inside this project. Choose it main class. Back. Math O. Here, my project. Then I will call it also math O. And finish. Where should we write? Which part? Here or here, before the class name or inside the main method? We're supposed to write.
Inside the main method.
You mean from where you start?
Yes, where are we supposed to write our code? Yalla, we have 37 students. I only hear Umar, always Abu Khalid. Where is the others?
Inside the main method.
We supposed to
inside the main method.
Very good. So we're supposed to write it inside the main method. We need three values from the users. Two numbers. Which variable, which data type you will choose it for the numbers?
Double.
Double is the best choice. Even if the user enter fractional value, then it will be correct. Double, num1 and
comma num2.
Num2.
Semicolon.
Very good. The operator, which data type?
Character, صح? Char?
Yes, character. I will call it operator. That's it. Do you need to give them initial value so far?
No. We can use it in the program as an enter from the user.
Very good, because you will ask the user to enter this value, so no need to give them initial value. What else you need also to define? You need to store the result.
And the total. So we need to mention double equal total.
So here we could define it the same line here or define it in separate line. So
comma.
It here, comma.
Total.
I will call it result because total refers to the sum usually. We will have multiply or division. So total, if we define it as total, will not reflect what will be stored there. So I think result will be better.
Okay, agree.
And we will also need to read some information from the user. So I will need to use a scanner as usual. Input equal. What should I write?
New scanner system.
You have to memorize this sentence. New scanner, بعدين أقواس system. خلاص, this sentence you have to memorize it very well without any mistake. Now what should I write?
Import java.util.
Inside the class name, very good. So here I will write import java.util.scanner. This one also memorize it. So now, yalla, you give me the code. What should I write now?
Num1 equal.
Let num1. So you assign the value. You will read the value from the user. Yeah. So you need to write num1.
نقدر نحط system.out.println up. Please enter the first number.
You have to.
Yeah. I told you.
Because the user will not understand. He has to enter a value.
Without a statement.
Yes. System.
System.out.println.
println
double quotation.
yes
Please enter the first number.
number. Very good.
So now num1
unless capital.
Very good. So now num1 equal. What should I write?
next next to double. Into yeah, next double. Input
Dot next
double.
Very good. The same thing we need to do it for number 2. So I will
Copy paste.
copy it and paste it here. Enter the second number and here
down num2.
Change the variable.
we need to change the value to num2. Very good.
Now we need to allow the user to enter the operator.
Very good. So
System.out.println double quotation. Please enter the operator.
please enter the operator. Very good. Now what should I write here?
Operator
Greater
equal input dot next dot char.
dot next بعدين
char leave variance semicolon char at.
we need also to use a function, right?
هي كانت char at صح أو شيء زي كذا.
Yes. Character we need dot character at. So basically the new idea here that you will من input dot next dot character at. No, there is a mistake here.
Yeah, Doctor, here why you as we use the character, because the character is accept only one letter.
Yes, character at is actually. So I want you to tell me what is the mistake here.
Correct at to return an index 0 or 1 or the index, right? We put it usual 0 or something.
Yes. So here, what is the mistake? What do I need first to write here? Did my sentence correct ولا فيها wrong? فيها mistake?
That's correct, because we are using next without mention to double or not. We not mention to integer this number, I think.
Next actually accepts string. يعني if you need to accept a string from the user, you will use input dot next. So this is correct.
Next, yeah. So should be changed here.
My problem is here. What should I write?
The operator, it must be changed.
Yes. What should I buy? What should I put?
I think 0.
0. Yes. Very good. So the idea here that character at 0 is actually a function connected with a string value, that if you need to access the first character of that string, you will put a position
0.
which
That's why it is the index, right?
Yes. So if we consider the string as an array, you can access any character in that array by the position. So start with 0, بعدين 1, بعدين 2. We will see if it's a start with 0 or 1. I think it's with 0. So this is supposed to be correct. This means the value will be entered by the user as operator. We will extract the first character from what the user will enter and save it inside the operator. Very good. Okay. Now, how to check the value of the operator?
Now we need to do the equation. We need to do condition if it is multiplication, so we need to use the multiplication. If it is sum اللي هي add, we need to use the add.
Very good.
يعني لازم ناخذ كل واحدة لحال.
Yes. So basically you will check the value inside the operator. If the operator equal
then multiply, for example.
Yes. Multiply.
Then يعني انزل تحت الأكشن. It will be اللي هي الoperator
result
result sorry إن هي num multiply num 1 multiply num 2
1 multiply it in the value of num 2.
خلصنا الاف الاولى. الاف الثانيه if the operator equal yes
else if
operator equal to the plus
equal, let us say plus أو خلينا مع division as it's always connected with the multiply.
okay.
Then
result equal num1 division number 2.
Result will equal num1 divided by
number 2.
Very good.
Else
very good.
if the operator equal الحين البوزيتيف والنيجاتيف اللي هي الماينس والاد. yeah.
So else if the operator was the plus sign,
yes,
this means add the two number together. So result will be
num1 plus number 2.
Plus number 2. Very good.
Else if,
so it's nested if here. If you need to put the bracket inside, to put your condition inside it.
Operator equal subtraction.
Operator was equal
subtraction, minus.
And this means subtract the two values. So result will be
num1 minus number 2.
Number 2. Correct.
Else system dot out dot println the operator is wrong, for example. صراحة
system dot out dot println. So this message indicates the user entered any character in the keyboard rather than a multiply or a divide or a sum or a division or a subtraction. So here we will print a message to him, invalid
operator
and capital S.
And please run the program again.
Okay. So should we run it? And see.
بس ليش طالع في ايرور على الاوبريتور هنا؟ ممكن نشوفها اللي هي مو الايرور اللي هي
Let us see. Replace with the switch. Yeah, this is a suggestion.
Okay.
We will do it back in a few minutes. So let us run and see our code with if and else, nested if and else. We will enter first number. Give me a number. 5. Enter. Second number.
6.
The operator.
The multiplication. نجرب الكونديشن الأول.
And no result. Where is my result? We didn't
system dot out to println the result.
So here, where we should write the result.
بعد كل شرط
in the first condition should be print, yeah, I think.
I've heard.
هنا system dot out dot println الريزلت بالأخير نطبعها دكتورة at the end.
So a result we need to print it at the end if this else خلاص يعني تحققت, or if this condition يعني خلاص all the user entered invalid operator, this will be printed here. We need to print the result before the else here.
Yeah, but I think in all condition we need to mention system dot out dot println the result.
Yes. So basically you will need to add the result here. You need to print the message. So we need the curly bracket here, صح?
Yes, sure.
We will do the operation وبعدين
system dot out dot println the result is double quotation أو كده okay plus result طبعا لأنه استخدمنا println
number 1 println num1 بعدين plus operator sorry plus الoperator
دكتورة طيب ليش ما اسوي العبارة قبل الشرط اللي يعني يسوي calculate between number 1 and number 2 وعلى طول اسوي هنا اللي هو system out print result على طول.
Yes, you can do this. يعني you will construct a sentence outside as a string, صح? You will define a sentence here, the result of.
Yes.
So خلينا go with your idea and see how we can do it. So you need to define a string outside result. خلينا نقول sentence. We will define it as string.
وتحط فيها initial value اللي هي the result is.
The result is. وبعدين
بس ما نقدر نسوي الا سيمي كولوم، بعدين احنا نحط النم والنم 2 تحت.
Yes. بعدين هنا على طول system.out.
.println.
Or I like this idea. If we will remove all this خلاص احنا result عندنا هذه هنا اوكي وهذه لحظة علشان هذه هنا sentence. The result is. This will be default value. So we can do this here. يعني before علشان ما repeated the sentences in every if condition, the last else we can change the default value حق the sentence. So if this was not accepted, so here system out println invalid operator هذه بدل ما تصير invalid operator بنغير sentence value. Get my point?
Yes. Invalid operator with system.out to println sentence.
So here, yes, I will only change the value of a sentence في last part of the sentence. وهنا I will just write system.out. خلاص I don't need here. هذه I will cut it from here. I will remove the curly bracket. outside the if part of operator equal كذا. So here in this part I will print المسج حقي system.out.println
sentence
وهنا
plus the result. Yes.
Let us see. Identifier expected. I think I put it in wrong place. So there is curly bracket. I open it without closing. اللي هي هنا. Now it's supposed to be correct. For result, we need default value. علشان if none of these was عشان if none of these was assign a value to result, we need a value. علشان فاهمين قصدي؟
So
يعني
yes, result equal to 0.
Yes, يعني هنا we need initial value result equal 0 علشان لو ما تحقق الشرط الأول فمعناها ما تحقق واحد من الشروط فمعناها الريزلت بتكون
فاضي صحيح.
فما يصير إن أنا أطبعها وما فيها value. We need at least a value. So here we need 0 invalid operator ونحط لها 0. Should we run it and see how it's go?
Yes.
Enter first number 5. Second number 6. والoperator
multiplication.
The result is 30.
Yes.
So in this way we avoid writing system.out.println this sentence. We avoid writing this statement in every if condition. We avoid بعد الكيرلي bracket. So let us write any other operator that is not invalid. 5 or 7. Operator I will put K for example.
Character, yes.
Any character, and here it
Invalid
says
operator.
Operator 0. So I think a good result. What
yes.
I want to highlight here طبعا هذه good idea يعني if it's giving you the choice to choose which style of programming you need to do here. Basically, this gives you the idea that you can perform what you need to do in more than one style. So we used here if and else, if and else. And there is also a suggestion here by the program that you can use switch. Switch, I already have the same idea written with the switch.
يعني نعرفها as a switch ونعرف number 1 multiplication, number 2 division, number 3 adding, number 4 subscription.
So basically,
ونعمل match.
You will say it, I will show you now just to make it يعني in front of you. But where is it? بس
دكتور عندي سؤال، أنا من الناس اللي ما أحب أستخدم سويتش، فعادي صح؟
If it is based on you يعني راجع لك الموضوع you are free.
Yes. Okay.
If it was in the exam and required from you to use a switch or replace.
So I need to use it. Yeah.
Yes. Or replace يعني
they mentioned.
Yes, they mention, and usually they like the idea of swapping the code. Like they give you nested if and ask you to swap it to switch. Or
okay. يعني our thinking in different ways.
Yes. So how you will do it, for example, if you have nested if and you need to do it to switch like what we did now here. And so this is basically, I use the switch also. I will discuss the code with you. So here is the same. We have the input scanner. We define the variables from the user and for the result. And I give it also initial value 0. And also I use character for the operator. So I ask the user first about the operation, enter the operator, which operation you want to do, plus or minus or multiply or division. So I ask the user, please enter one of these. So I access it, the same things with using character add. Then I ask the user to enter two numbers. And directly I'm expecting two values from the user. So he will input the first number, بعدين he will press enter, وبعدين he will enter a second value. Then here is the difference. The difference of using a switch operator, this will check the value inside operator. Case it was a plus, little output equal number 1 plus number 2. Break, what it will do break here?
Stop.
Like else. Stop.
Here it will stop. A break is different from else. Else will check another condition if the above one was not true. A break here will go out of the switch and will directly go after the switch sentence here. So a break will not check case 2, case 3, case 4. If this was not written here, this means the program will go على طول في case 2
to check next step. Yes.
To check yes if the case was true or not. So case was minus, subtract them. Case it was multiply them or break. Case it was division, divide them and break. So don't go there. Default, this means the user, which is actually here, the default part here is actually equal to the last F here.
The invalid things.
Invalid operator. So this is a default. Print on the screen invalid operator. This means the user entered none of the accepted characters. We break, which is will take him outside the program. But then at the last also we will print only the output. The output is output, as the output is actually calculated differently every time inside the switch. So you can see here we take around only 40 lines to write the code, whereas in the first one it's take us around 57 lines because of if else, if else, if else. So basically sometimes يعني no one will judge you if it is your program, but usually in this case switch is better than nested if, as it will make you confused about the curly bracket with operation. Did you have any question? Do you have any question regarding this point?
Yeah, Doctora, here I can ask if I can use loop here.
You can use loop if you want the user to enter more than one number or more than one operation. Yani you need to change a little bit of the idea, like you can say, please enter operator or -1 if he don't want to do any operation. بعدين the user will put the operator, you will check it inside the while the operator was one of this, multiply it or divide it or whatever. You can do an F here, or if the user doesn't want to enter any value, he will put -1. This will take him outside the loop.
Miss, if you want to repeat, yani still repeating the program, what can you do, for loop or while? Maybe for, huh?
For if you know how many times you need to repeat the operation. Yani if, like for example, in your TMA, it's mentioned minimum 15. So this means the user can also enter more than 15.
But not less than. So if the number is less than 15, we'll not accept it.
Yes, so you can use here while the value entered by the user greater than or equal 15, go and calculate the rest of the program. Otherwise, print to the user, you have to enter more polygons or polygons.
Or the enter number is not accepted. Please
yes,
put number more than 15.
Yes, because you can do this check in your TMA as it's already mentioned. So maybe they will evaluate you also there. يعني في بيكون درجات على هذا الجزء. هل أنت سويت تست إنه اليوزر يدخل أقل من 15 accepted ولا لا؟ So it's better to mention this also in your code.
هم يسمونها boundary values اللي هم بالتستنج لازم نشيك اللي تحته واللي أكبر منه وإذا كان equal to the number.
Yes, you can do this. اللي هي boundary value in your testing the program. So while you test your program, you need to check the values, which is, as you said, اللي above ولا
and smaller and equal.
Usually we do it if we have a condition. You need to evaluate it. You check اللي on boundary اللي هم greater than or less than يعني the value there. Equal, we value above or value down.
Value down.
Yes. Is there any other question? Okay, so this means we already did with the second practical session or third. Next session, let me just see. We actually have 3 labs together. If you want to think about the ideas or how to solve it, you will have a class count of negatives that read from the user integer n. Then the user has to enter n integer. So you will ask the user how many numbers you need to enter. He will put the value. These number will be positive or negative. You will read them from the user, but then you will compute and print the number of negatives number entered by the user. It's stated here while, so we can do this also. Clear idea?
Oh yeah, while. Yeah, while is the condition if equal to minus, so calculated in the sum, صح? If it is equal to positive, it will be calculated. But here only need the negative number, so I don't need to calculate the positive, صح?
يعني here basically it's stated you need to use while. First, you will ask the user how many number you will enter. He said 5. But then you need while a number is less than or equal the value entered by the user. Ask the user enter a value. He will put either positive or negative. Every time the user enter a value, you will check if it is positive or negative. يعني here you need if and else. If it was less than 0, you have counter. Add counter equal counter plus 1. every time.
دكتورة
Yes.
Every time you need to calculate the negative value, right?
So every time the user enter the value, you will do a check, a condition here. If the value was less than 0, you have a counter. It needs to be incremented by
counter plus.
Yes, counter plus. Otherwise, you will ask the user again, please enter a value until طبعا reaching number.
The first number that he entered.
Yes, how many values he will enter. So the idea I think is easy, right? Easy to be implemented. So try to do this. We will see it inshallah next lab, next session, and try to do this idea as your homework. So I will not show you the code. But then at the end, you have to write how many negatives value is there, which is actually will be the value of counter. So is it clear here what you have to do? This will be your homework. I will copy this.
Doctora, this week.
You have until our.
I hope we give us the time.
I give you the time until our next session.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Yeah. So you have enough time, and I will paste it here. I don't know what's the problem. Seems that I have something, I miss it to join the chat. Let me, you can't because you are not a member of the chat, join. Now. ما يبغى يدخلني، ما يبغى يخليني اسوي جمع.
طيب نفتح البيج وناخذ سكرين شوت منها ونرسلها في الجروب.
Can you do a screen shot to share it inside the chat? Okay, so this will be your homework before the next week. You need to use the while, you need to use the if or else. That's it. Two ideas from our meeting يعني here.
الفيرست نمبر بعدين نستخدم الوايل وكل نمبر we need to check it if it's positive or negative من الارقام الانتجرز.
You have to use counter to calculate how many negative values.
Negative يعني if it is negative أصغر من الصفر الكاونتر plus 1 وبالأخير نطبع الكاونتر.
Yes, very good. هذه basically الidea حقتها. Is there any question?
No, it's fine.
Okay, so this means we already fine. Thank you very much for attending today's session. I hope you have a nice weekend, all of you.
Thank you دكتورة يعطيك العافية.
الله يعافيكم يا رب والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
يعطيك الف عافية دكتورة.